Hi there.
Hi, Chris.
Yeah, hey.
Keenan.
Tom, nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you too.
Come on in.
Thank you.
Welcome to SBO.
Excited to be here.
How are things at Aquia?
They're very good.
Good.
Do you want to take a seat?
Oh, yeah, please
Thank you
grab a
very
seat.
much.
Yeah, I read a lot about you guys in the news right now.
Yeah.
You're getting investments and moving and shaking and all sorts of
Absolutely.
stuff.
It's exciting stuff, right?
Yeah, that's good. You guys must be very busy.
Yeah, but it's good work.
Yeah.
It's good to be busy.
That's good. It's good to hear.
Now, do you mind if I take notes?
Oh, no, yeah, please take notes. Yeah,
And
no.
is there anyone else here you want present for the meeting?
It's just going to be me today.
Wonderful.
Yep.
Great. Well, thank you for reaching out to us.
Hmm.
I'm excited to be here. Excited to learn about, SBO as a company.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to, in turn, tell you about what we do at Aquia.
Cool. Yeah, no, and I appreciate you guys following up so quickly here. I responded to the contact me thing like yesterday, so it's awesome you guys could come in.
Wonderful, yeah. Great to be here. So, I just kind of want to get a feel for what prompted you to contact us in the first place.
Yeah, sure. So I started with SBO pretty recently.
Okay.
I actually come from a different industry, but this Luke Murphy, my boss, Chief Digital Officer,
Okay.
he hired me to help out with a few different things here. And actually, I'll just give you a little bit of background on SBO. So we've actually done a really good job of increasing readership and viewership of our sites over the years. We've seen really steady growth. I think what we've noticed with the traffic views, though, is that they've started to kind of hockey stick at this point. We're just flat on those page views. And something that's even more concerning, and again, this is also something that I'm personally tasked with, is that the time on site, the amount of time that some of these visitors are actually hanging around our site, clicking through stuff, and we also have a subscription page too, where you can sign up for subscriptions. Both the subscriptions and the time on site are starting to actually go down. They're not just flat, they're going down. So that's a big part of the reason I joined the team, is to help out with some of those issues. And I'm fairly new, so I don't have a huge amount of institutional knowledge about what we've done in the past as a company, but I can tell you that's the problem we're working on currently.
Okay. Awesome. So I just want to summarize real quick.
Yeah.
You said over the past 10 years you've had increases in readership and viewership.
Yeah.
Correct. You said page views are starting to flatten.
Yeah.
Okay. And you've had decreases in the time on site and the subscription purchases.
You got it. Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful. So could you kind of describe to me the the targeted customer that you guys are trying to reach? What's SPO's typical customer look like?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's sports fans.
Sports fans.
Yeah, and they come in all sorts of different demographics. We obviously have certain regions and certain cities that are particular fanatics.
Absolutely.
The New England area, they love their Boston sports.
Of course.
So any major city, Boston, Chicago, San Francisco, LA, cities in Texas, really we're trying to hit those cities pretty hard.
Okay.
Pretty much anywhere there's major sports markets.
Absolutely.
Obviously the 25-35 demographic is very important to any advertisers.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, what about the the more regionalized demographic? How about the people in Oklahoma or the people down in Kansas? They still have their sports teams, but they're not as prevalent on a national stage.
Yeah, it's a really good question. And to be honest, that's actually my suspicion about what part of the problem is.
Okay.
For some of the metric issues we're having currently. We are seeing folks like the Kansas City fans. We're talking about the big stories. We're talking about Brady, Manning, that kind of stuff on the national stage.
Okay.
We probably didn't give enough press to the Kansas City Royals World Series. So a lot of times I think folks are coming from Kansas City to the site, they're seeing stuff about whatever football game's on, and they may not think that's super relevant to them necessarily.
Absolutely.
So they're coming to the site, we're still getting that hit, we're still flat on hits, but they're just not spending time there, they're leaving.
Okay.
Our assumption is that they're actually going to other regional sites, so maybe Kansas City sports blogs or regional Kansas City news outlets, things like that.
Do you think that's because these other outlets can, provide more of a personalized experience, provide personalized content to these different segments?
Yeah, I mean, if I was a betting man, I'd say certainly.
Okay.
That's a big part of it. I think they want to go there and they want to know every single little detail about the Kansas City Royals. And so those sites, they can really sink their teeth into that stuff.
Absolutely.
Their content might not be as good, but I think it's
just
probably
more relevant, right?
Personally, yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
It's more relevant.
So I think, that's a big thing, obviously. If you're losing the amount of page views, the time on site, people aren't staying there as long as the subscription packages, that could be attested to, focusing on the big global picture, like you said, the big market cities.
Right.
Now, I think each individual user that comes to your site, they have their unique consumer profile. They all have their own interests.
Yeah.
So the problem you guys face is, how are we going to identify those interests and how are we going to provide them with content that appeals to them and satisfies those interests?
Yeah.
It's all about customer engagement, right?
Big priority
So,
for us.
if we can give them, the content that they want to see, they're going to be engaged, they're going to stay on the site longer, And that's all in all, that's what we want, right? So Acquia Lift actually fills those cracks kind of nicely. So here at Acquia Lift, it's we increase revenue by delivering a personalized digital experience. So how do we do that? Through testing, targeting, and personalizing. So we test the market, we get a feel for each individual user.
Okay.
Now this is our software, excuse me. The software tests the market and gets a feel for each individual user.
Sure.
We're able to target those specific consumer profiles through an advanced algorithm that essentially picks up on data points. For example, are you from around here?
I am, yes.
You're a Red Sox fan?
Yes.
Okay, Chris, so you might type into Google Red Sox.
Yeah.
That's the first data point that our algorithm will pick up on. So now we have a data point on you. So let's say you go to, let's say you go to the Red Sox website.
Sure.
And you click on the ticket tab. That's another data point we have. So we've got 2 data points now that say, okay, he likes the Red Sox, or he searched Red Sox, and he went to tickets. Now our software formulates this assumption, makes an educated guess that you were looking to buy Red Sox tickets. So in the future, you might see content that appeals to you about Red Sox and purchasing Red Sox tickets. Now we can take that a step further. Let's say in December, you search Boston Celtics. Now our software is going to make a generalization and say, okay, he searched Red Sox and Celtics. We're going to go ahead and make a bet that he's a New England sports fan. Now you might see content that is more relevant to you from the sense of being a New England sports fan.
Interesting.
And it's extremely easy to use from a marketer's perspective because it's all automated.
Okay.
So it's easy to deploy and it's easy to use.
Good. So I mean, it's good to hear that it's automated once it's going, but I guess one of my concerns with any piece of software right now is going through a lengthy integration. I'm going to be honest with you, my team is very, very stretched right now. Ever since I got here, the team just has no bandwidth for any sort of external integration.
Absolutely, it's a major concern.
Yeah, so I don't know what that looks like for you guys, but I can tell you we don't have time for it. That's going to involve taking butts out of seats for us.
Absolutely, I understand. Yeah. So actually, it's very easy to implement, and we have a staff of highly trained IT folks over at Acquia.
Okay.
So it implements right into Drupal software.
Okay. So you guys will do it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Great. And if we're there the entire road, so if you have any problems, just give us a call, and we'll be right there to help you.
Cool. Cool. This seems like something that would be expensive to me. It definitely sounds interesting what you're saying. It sounds like this would be costly. To be honest, like this is a new concept for me, web personalization. That we don't even have a line item for that in our web budget.
And price is always a concern.
Yes. Yeah,
so
definitely for us.
Price is dependent on the size of the site.
Sure.
So I can't sit here and give you a specific price today.
Sure.
However, what we like to do is steer your attention away from the price and say, okay, let's look at the return on investment. So hypothetically speaking, if this software costs $1 million, but you got a return of $5 million, would you say that's a valuable investment?
I would say so.
Right? So that's what we aim to do here at Acquia. We shoot for a 4x to 5x increase on 4x or 5x return on that investment.
Interesting.
So we've worked with a couple of global publications in the past. Okay. One of them being LE Magazine. Yep. And they saw a 20% increase in page views after implementing Acquia Lift. We also worked with Toronto Magazine, another global publication. They saw a 4x increase in subscriptions, an 8x improvement in click-through rates, and a 10 to 20% increase in page views. Wow. So our prices, they stem from 30,000 to 300,000 based on the size of the site. Okay. But all of our clients have seen a significant return on investment. Wow. Wow, those are all real numbers? Yes, they are, absolutely.
Oh, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Got my attention.
Great.
Okay.
So, I think this sounds like a great fit. You said Luke is your boss and he's in charge of making purchasing decisions?
Yeah, Luke might even be too high up, to be honest. I certainly want to try and influence it. We'll need his go-ahead. I, to be honest, don't know if he's going to sign it or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I would like to set up another meeting. I'd like to bring a couple more people with me from maybe some pricing strategists to help you guys get a feel for the price, and even some of our IT guys, and they can help explain the implementation process better than I have for you.
Yeah,
so
interesting.
you can get a better feel for things.
Okay.
So would you say you're around maybe next week, say Wednesday around 3 o'clock?
Wednesday at 3 o'clock doesn't work. Luke's actually traveling next week.
Okay. So does he have a secretary I could check in with? Maybe put my name in, I'll give you time over there.
Yeah, I could put you in touch with her, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Great. So could I take her name down, please?
Yeah, sure. It's Anne.
Actually, bet easier. Is she here?
Yeah, I think she is actually. You can swing by her desk. I can show you over there in a minute.
Wonderful.
Yeah, great.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Chris.
Cool. Tom, it was very nice to meet you. Thanks so much for swinging by.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can pretend.